Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's session, I'm going to cover that how we are going to create a Spring Boot web application. Basically, I've covered that how we are going to create Spring Boot APIs and then connecting those APIs from the front end. Front end means either Angular or maybe React, right? But here we are going to create a Spring Boot web application without any framework, like front-end framework basically. So here I'm going to use the Spring Boot application and also going to use the plain HTML plus CSS. Just clean modern JavaScript with Fetch API. This project is perfect for beginners learning backend development with Spring Boot and connecting it to a simple front end without any framework. As I'm mentioning, framework means either maybe Angular or React. By the end of this tutorial, we will have a working CRUD applications where user can add, edit, view and delete also the contacts. Contact means any contact. Like if we have any contact, then we can save those information, edit, delete and update. So this kind of basic application I'm going to trying to demonstrate over here so that you guys can understand that how we're going to developing or designing our application. We are basically more focusing on the structure means designing our architecture kind of things, okay, not focusing the functional areas mostly. Okay, so first of all, before starting anything, first of all we need to create our Spring Boot application. How we are going to create that? For that, Spring Boot, there is the easiest process basically. Like there is one uh, like URL start.spring.io Spring Boot project we can create from this UI, from this browser, from this UI, this address. If we want to go to this site, then you will it will give us the options and then we can create the project, right? So that we can do like this one. So here this is the site where you can choose the dependencies and all. Also you can choose the dependencies Spring Boot, Spring Web, Spring Data JPA and H2 database. H2 database is nothing but it's a in-memory database. Okay, because here I'm not going to use any MySQL or Oracle database. I'm going to use in-memory database. Okay, you guys can use any databases. So once your application is done, then basically we need to import that application into your favorite editor. Here I am using the Eclipse. So after importing, it will be look like. So here if you notice that I'm using the Spring Boot Starter Data JPA, Spring Boot Starter Web, and then H2 database. So these are the three main dependencies that I have used here to demonstrating this Spring Boot web application. Now basically we need to focusing on the backend layer. Backend layer, first of all, we need to create the contact entity. So as we are going to create the application about the contact management system, so for that we need one like model, that is contact. So as you can see, it is having the @entity annotations with auto-generated ID fields. So to defining the auto-generated means whenever we are going to save the information to the contact table, then ID will be auto-populated. Means we are not going to manually add the ID over here. It will be auto-generated. So for that, these generated values and ID, these annotations are used. ID actually basically representing that it will be the primary key for the particular table, and this will be responsible to generating the automated value for this ID parameter, and these fields will be unique overall this particular contact table. Okay, next we are going to create the repository. That will basically, this class is extending this. If you see that JPA repository, this will give us all the method related to the CRUD operations: create, read, update and delete. Next, we are going to defining our service layer. This service layer basically is responsible to defining all the business logic. Like it will basically like this for contact management, basically we are going to do fetching all the contacts from the database, get the contacts by ID, saving the contact details into the database and updating the contacts and deleting the contacts from the database. So for fetching all the contacts from the database, we are having the repository dot find all method. It will give us all the details from the contact table. Find by ID, it will give the details by ID only. Okay. This save method will saving the information into the database. And then we are having the updating the contact. So for that, first of all, we need to pull the data from the ID. If it is there, then we are saving the other information. And then we are save the information. So it will update the existing information into the database. So this is all about the backend application. Another point about the backend application, like here we are defining the database related information. As we are using the H2 database, so this will be the H2 URL, then this is the class name, this is the username, and we are using the H2 dialect here. So these are the database related details we have added over here. So this is all about the backend application. Now we will talk about the front end. All in plain HTML and CSS stored in the static folder. So here if you notice, under the resource folder we are having the one static folder, and it contains all the HTML and the CSS related files like index.html to list all the contacts. Okay, this add.html is basically adding the contacts into the database, and edit.html basically to update the existing contact details, and the style.css it file is shared across all these three pages. Okay, it provides a clean and UI designing with this CSS. Now if we open this index.html, before going to the detail of it, like let's see the style.css file. It actually contains all the CSS related information which are basically used overall these three pages. Okay, so now I'm not going to the detail of this CSS. Maybe we can cover it later on. But here if you notice the index.html, so first of all, it will call this load contacts method. What it will do? It will basically call this contact API, get all contact API. And then after getting the response, it will find by ID, and in the inner HTML, it will putting the data like contact name, email and phone. And here if you notice, we are giving the two buttons. One is the edit, another one is for the delete. For the edit, it will call the edit.html with passing the ID, like which contact we are going to update. And for the delete, also we are calling the delete contact method with passing the ID. Now here this method is already defining the delete contact. Here we are taking the ID as a parameter. So once we'll clicked on the delete button, then it will ask us like give us some kind of pop-up like are you sure if you want to delete this contact. Maybe sometimes what happen, we need to by mistakenly we can click on the delete button. So delete means we can delete the data from the database. So before deleting the information, we just need to double check with the user that if they really want to delete this user or not contact from the database. If say yes, then we are going to take the further action. Further action means we need to call the delete API with this passing this ID, and then again we are loading the contacts. Means after deleting it will refresh the page. So this is the responsibilities of the index.html page. Now for the add.html page, it will basically saving the information into the database. So this is the form where we are defining this name, email, phone, and then this save contact button. Once we'll click on this, then it will basically submit the form. After submitting the form, it will be load this block of code, and it will collect the name, email and phone and preparing the contact document like contact DTO, and then calling this post API right in the body, and then it will say this contact added successfully, and again it will be refreshed in the index.html page. Okay, in case of the edit, it will basically load with the ID. Then if you notice over here, it will take the ID from the URI parameters. So from this location.search, it will URL params, and then it is taking the ID, because based on the ID is the unique ID. So based on the ID, we need to pass while updating this particular user. And then here, if you notice, we need to call the update API, right? That this one, page contact, and here we are passing the ID. So this is the basically put API here. This one, this put mapping. Okay. Okay. And then finally we are populating data over here. And then once we are going to submit the data, then it will basically call this put method. It will basically get the details by contact ID. It is a get mapping. It is a get by contact ID, and then populating the response over here, right? And then it will, once it will be submitting the form, then it will call the update contact. This is the put method. So this is about the front end application. So now we are going to start this application. Right click here, then Java application. So once it will start, then we will see from the browser. Okay. So here if you notice, this is the browser where this page is come. So this is basically index.html. Okay. So as the database is basically empty currently, so that's why uh, let's connect it. So currently the database is empty. We don't have any data. So that's why showing empty details over here, because we don't have any data. Now if you clicked on the add new contact, so here basically we need to put some details. And here we are going to put some email, valid email, and then mobile number. So basically now we don't have any kind of validations over here. So whatever data we're going to put, it will take, it will not give us any kind of validation. And here if you see that contact added successfully into the database. After saving the details, it will basically redirect to the index.html page. And here it will load all the contact from the database. Now here if you run this one, so you see one data is added over here. We can add more contact over here. Then some phone numbers. Okay. So two data added over here. If we click the edit, so you see that ID is passed over here, and based on the ID, it will pull the details, get contact by ID. Once update will be done, then it will be update the contact. If we want to delete the data, so here just check two record added over here. Now if we want to delete this data, so it give us the double cross check. Like, are you sure to delete this contact from the database? Yes. So it will delete the data. Now if you see, that particular record is got deleted from over here. So in this way, basically we can designing the things. Obviously there are a lot of improvement areas, like maybe we can add more features to it, more validation to it. UI wise also we can improve lot of things. Okay. So for the timing, that's it. Like how we are going to create the applications, Spring Boot web application. Okay. Without any framework. So this is plain and simple one. We can use for developing any kind of applications for it. Still, if you guys have anything, please do let me know in the comment section. See you in my next videos. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.